Okay, so on this binomial distribution example, I'm going to work number 11, okay, which is right there. And you notice at the bottom I made a little clipping of your appendix binomial probability distribution at the bottom so you kind of know how to access it or what to do with it once you get to a problem. So in number 11, we've got where n is equal to 3. And notice they use this pi symbol. I like to use the letter p where p is equal to 0.60. So if you go to your appendix, you'll find where n is equal to 3. And just locate the probability constant of 0.60. That's going to be right there. And off to the side here, they don't have it on this particular, I must have cut it off, but this column right here would represent x, where you've got 0, 1, 2, or 3 outcomes. That's what each of these represent. So if I'm in this column for p is equal to 0.6, where x is equal to 0, it's going to be 0.064. Where x is equal to 1, it's going to be 0.288. Where x is equal to 2, it's going to be 0.432. And then where x is equal to 3, it's going to be 0.216. So when it says refer to appendix B, this is basically all those probability outcomes for x is equal to 0, 1, 2, or 3. And then when it says determine the mean and standard deviation of the distribution from the general rule given. So basically, I'm not going to have you guys actually do that. I think it's much easier. All you have to do to get the mean is simply to take n times p. That's going to give you the mean. And then to get the variance and then the standard deviation, it's going to be np times 1 minus p, which is your variance. And then you simply just do the square root of that. So in this one, to actually get the mean, it's simply just going to be, you've got 3 multiplied by 0.6. So you're actually going to get 1.8 as your mean. Just take 3 multiplied by 0.6, you get 1.8. That's going to be the mean. And then to get the variance and then the standard deviation, again, we already did n times p, so that's simply going to be 1.8 multiplied by 1 minus 0.60. Okay, so again, I'm just plugging it in to the basic calculation, to the basic formula. And so when you take 1.8 and multiply that by essentially 0.4, you get 0.72. So that would be right here. That's your variance. And then when you take the square root of 0.72, and usually with me, you can usually just round these, but the square root of 0.72, I arrive, it's approximately I'm just going to say 0.85. That's good enough for this. So we'll say 0.85, close enough. That would be your standard deviation. So again, that's your shortcut formula on how to get both the mean and the standard deviation for a binomial distribution.